Clem Burke, the legendary drummer best known for his explosive and genre-defying performances with the 1970s new wave band Blondie, has passed away at the age of 70. His death followed what has been described by the band's spokesperson as a private battle with cancer, a fight he endured quietly, away from the spotlight that so often illuminated his life. Known for his vibrant stage presence and relentless passion for rhythm, Burke leaves behind a legacy that spans decades and traverses multiple genres. He wasn't just a drummer. He was a rhythmic architect, the percussive force that gave shape and propulsion to some of the most iconic songs of an era. Recognized by Rolling Stone magazine as one of the greatest drummers of all time, Burke's signature style was instantly identifiable, a blend of precision, passion, and power. His contributions to Blondie hits such as Call Me, The Tide is High, Atomic, and The Timeless Heart of Glass showcased his remarkable versatility. He moved seamlessly between the aggressive energy of punk, the laid-back swing of reggae, the pulsating grooves of disco, and the punch of early hip-hop beats. These weren't just songs, they were rhythmic tapestries, each one enhanced by Burke's deft touch, which brought the band's music to life with a sense of urgency and vitality that was impossible to ignore. His bandmates in Blondie paid a heartfelt tribute to the man they called the heartbeat of the band. In a message posted to Facebook, singer Debbie Harry and guitarist Chris Stein remembered Burke as more than just a band member. He was, in their words, an irreplaceable part of Blondie's soul. His talent, energy, and passion for music were unmatched, and his contributions to our sound and success are immeasurable, they wrote. But it wasn't only on stage that Burke shone. Stage, he was known for his warmth, his infectious enthusiasm, and a work ethic that inspired everyone he encountered. His spirit wasn't just vibrant, it was electric, contagious, and unforgettable. Born in New Jersey, Burke's earliest memory was tied to music. He often recalled sitting at his father's drum kit and playing along to records by the Four Seasons, a formative experience that sparked a lifelong love of drumming. Before joining Blondie, he honed his craft in marching bands and local cover groups, developing not only his technical skills but also a deep understanding of musicality and performance. His approach to drumming was always more holistic than mechanical. To him, drums weren't just instruments, they were storytelling tools capable of conveying emotion, tension, and momentum. When Burke joined Blondie in 1974, he didn't see himself as simply a timekeeper. His vision was broader, more ambitious. In a candid interview with Mixdown magazine just last year, he explained how drummers like Hal Blaine and Earl Palmer, both renowned for their studio finesse and genre-hopping versatility, influenced his approach. These were musicians who could adapt to any style, who could serve a song without overshadowing it, and Burke aspired to that level of musical empathy. He didn't just play beats, he contributed to the song's emotional arc. That mindset would become a defining trait of his drumming career. Blondie came up in the vibrant and chaotic world of New York's punk scene. They were regulars at CBGB, the legendary venue that also helped launch the careers of acts like Talking Heads, Television, and Patti Smith. In those early days, Blondie was raw, rebellious, and electric, a band with something to say and a sound that refused to be boxed in. Their self-titled debut album dropped in 1976, but it was their third album, 1978's Parallel Lines, that truly catapulted them to international fame. With hits like One Way or Another and Heart of Glass, they dominated the charts and carved out a space where punk met pop and where rebellion met rhythm. Recording Heart of Glass was a particular challenge for Burke, one that tested both his patience and his endurance. The band's producer, Mike Chapman, had a vision that required Burke to synchronize his drumming with a Roland drum machine, a process that was groundbreaking at the time but also excruciatingly meticulous. Burke had to record each drum individually, layering them piece by piece over the course of an entire week. Chapman would later joke that by the end of the session, Burke was ready to kill him. But the end result was revolutionary, a track that felt both organic and futuristic, and a milestone in Blondie's sonic evolution. Blondie's momentum came to a sudden halt in 1982 when Chris Stein fell seriously ill. With the band's future uncertain, they decided to disband. Burke, however, wasn't one to sit idle. Over the next 2 decades, he immersed himself in an astonishing range of musical collaborations. He became a member of the U.S. rock band The Romantics, known for their hit What I Like About You, and lent his drumming prowess to artists as diverse as Pete Townsend, Joan Jett, Bob Dylan, and Iggy Pop. He even joined the Ramones for a brief period, adopting the stage name Elvis Ramone, a testament to his versatility and ability to adapt to any musical landscape. When Blondie reformed in 1999, it was only natural that Burke would return. His presence anchored the band, lending authenticity to their reunion and musical output. Their single Maria soared to the top of the UK charts, giving Burke his sixth #1 hit in Britain. Debbie Harry would later reflect that having Burke back ensured that Blondie's legacy remained intact. For her and for many fans, Burke was not just a drummer, he was a guardian of the band's essence. That trio of Harry, Stein, and Burke was the core that made Blondie feel like Blondie. The years that followed were filled with performances and recordings, as Blondie continued to evolve while staying true to their roots. They headlined major festivals, including a performance at Glastonbury's iconic Pyramid stage in 2023, a show that would become one of Burke's final public appearances. He took the stage wearing a t-shirt from CBGB, a nod to the place where it all began, and a symbol of his enduring connection to the punk roots that had shaped him. He played with the same intensity, the same fire as he had decades earlier, a testament to his unwavering dedication to his craft. Outside of performing, Burke also became involved in academic research on the physical and mental effects of drumming. This interest led to the creation of the Clem Burke Drumming Project in 2008, a groundbreaking study that examined how drumming compares to athletic performance in terms of exertion and mental engagement. The research concluded that drumming, particularly in high-energy rock environments, required a level of stamina and concentration comparable to that of professional athletes. For his role in advancing this field of study, Burke was awarded an honorary doctorate from the University of Gloucestershire in 2011. Burke's commitment to music never waned. Even as he battled illness in his final years, he continued to perform, create, and inspire. His last appearance with Blondie at the Belsonic Festival in Northern Ireland was a powerful send-off, a drummer still at the top of his game, playing with conviction and joy. Fans who saw that show may not have known it at the time, but they were witnessing the final chapter of a remarkable musical journey. Debbie Harry and Chris Stein once again took to social media to honor their friend and bandmate. His influence and contributions have spanned decades and genres, leaving an indelible mark on every project he was a part of, they wrote. Their words echoed the sentiments of countless fans, collaborators, and fellow musicians who had been touched by Burke's artistry. He wasn't just a drummer. He was a pioneer, a mentor, a friend, and a force of nature. From the grungy stages of New York punk clubs to the global spotlight of stadium tours, Burke carried with him an unshakable belief in the power of music to connect, to heal, and to uplift. For those who had the privilege of working with him, Clem Burke wasn't merely a colleague. He was a source of inspiration. He brought an energy to every rehearsal, every recording session, every gig that elevated those around him. His commitment to excellence wasn't rooted in ego, but in a genuine love for his craft. Whether he was performing in front of thousands or practicing alone in a studio, he gave his all. And in doing so, he left a mark that transcends notes and rhythms. His music wasn't just heard, it was felt, pulsed through the speakers and into the hearts of those listening. The music world has lost a titan, but Clem Burke's legacy will continue to reverberate for generations. He showed us what it means to live passionately, to pursue art with unwavering dedication, and to always stay true to your roots. As tributes continue to pour in from across the globe, one thing is certain: Clem Burke's drumming was never just about keeping time. It was about creating moments of exhilaration, rebellion, joy, and transcendence. Godspeed, Dr. Burke. Your beat goes on.